Hey, it's Beth from Yogini, and today we're going to have a little talk about how you can blast that belly fat with a little bit of breath and a little bit of yoga. Bhastrika Pranayama. Let's talk about this. This is a breath work you can do incorporated in your yoga class or your yoga postures, and it will just superpower that blasting of belly fat combined. So Bhastrika Pranayama is also called breath of fire or bellow breath, and it's pumping the belly with the air, your own air. It's very easy to do. It just takes a minute to kind of get used to. You're not actually breathing in and out rapidly. You're allowing the belly to pump that. And each time that you constrict the belly, it's tightening and toning the belly, and it's helping detox all of that fat in that area to come on out and move on along. We don't need it any longer. So I'm gonna go over a little bit of this Bhastrika Pranayama first. I'm going to show you how to do this. If you don't know how to do breath work, I would say, go into this very slowly. You don't want to just jump into it and be like, oh, this is it. You can get very dizzy if you're doing this for too long or if you're not healthy. So just make sure that you're in a good physical state and that you're ready to do this breath work. The benefits are amazing across the board.
So come to an easy seated pose. You can go ahead and sit on the floor on a pillow to make yourself a little more comfortable. Make sure that the spine is long, rolling back the shoulders, keeping in touch with the body and connecting with the breath. You may have your hands in your lap or go ahead and place them on the knees. So I want you to focus on the breath. And when we do this Bhastrika Pranayama, we're going to be inhaling, and then on the exhale, we're just going to go ahead and pump the belly. It will happen pretty naturally. You don't have to force anything. So let's go ahead and connect with the breath and get ready for our first round of Bhastrika Pranayama. It's very easy. Just breathing out. That's all you're simply doing, just breathing out. And once you are done, you're going to empty the breath through the left nostril. You're going to breathe in and then exhale through the right. You don't actually have to push your nostril over that far. I was just trying to make a clear picture for you so you could see what I was doing. And that's about it.
Try to practice that a couple of times, before we get into the asana. Work on that breath of fire, breathing in, and then on the exhale, pumping that breath. It's like this. Through the nose, making sure you're pushing that air through, and then it becomes very simple. Go slow, and then move on gradually. Next, we're gonna go ahead and incorporate that with an asana, and I think everybody might know this if you have been to the gym or if you've attempted any type of a workout. This is called plank pose, and this is an asana we do in yoga. So I'm going to show you that. Let's go ahead and get into the pose right now and incorporate our breath work with it. Come down to the mat. All right, so here we are at the mat. Hey, mats are great for yoga. All right, so in order to get into this plank pose, if you've never done plank pose before, be gentle. Always be gentle, even if you've done plank pose before. You don't want to overdo it. Just make sure that your body is ready, everything's physically fit, ready to go, and you're feeling up to doing this. Let's get into that first pose, that plank pose, with this awesome pranayama work, breath work. We're going to go ahead and shoot up into downward facing dog. So back and then up into downward facing dog. So from downward facing dog, we're going to come into that plank pose. So shooting the hips forward slowly, and then we're not going to dip the hips down too low because then we would be hurting our backs, and we're not going to be bringing it up too far because then we would be not in plank at all. So right there, smack in the middle, check with the body, and then you can go ahead and shift the hips toward the face. Make sure everything is aligned, the hands are under the shoulders, and you're not dipping in any way. So if you feel like you're in that nice alignment, you can go ahead and start with that breath work. And then we're gonna dip back up into downward facing dog and then back down to the mat. So now we're gonna show you this modification. It's pretty cool. If you have trouble with the wrist, a lot of people do, this is gonna help out a lot. So come into that tabletop again, downward facing dog, into plank, and then come down to those forearms. Now again, you wanna check the body. Right now my hips are up too high, so I'm gonna bring them down a bit. Now I'm in that plank pose. You have to really check the body to make sure that you're aligned, right? Make sure that the shoulders are right where the elbows are, and you have the fingers flat, and you can also spread those out. Taking a few for that breath. And then we're gonna go ahead and come out of that into hero's pose. And there we have it. So these little techniques or these asanas with this breath work is very helpful for the body, detoxifying, flattening the belly, harmonizing the mind and the body together. You guys might have some really great benefits from this, but also make sure that you're being careful and you're not overdoing anything. Thank you so much for coming to this video. If you have any questions, leave comments below. Subscribe if you want to see more yoga videos. I'll be posting as many as I can. If you would like a private yoga class with me, I am a yoga teacher. I've been certified for 4 years almost. And I am also a Reiki 3 master. So I can also help you with aligning the body, with energy work, also with just regular yoga work. Hope to see you with flatter bellies this summer. Take care, guys. Namaste.
All right, now the first thing you're gonna do is get down here, Matt. There. All right, down.